Francis, I asked you yesterday about mixed martial arts being potentially legalised in France within the next couple of years. You said that people are more receptive to mixed martial arts now, but you don't think that you'll be the guy that will change it. Why not?
Why not?
Why won't you be the guy to make everyone change their opinion?
No, I mean, mixed martial art in France, I say I'll be the one who, I may be the one who's gonna contribute at it, but not just say the one who's gonna make it. You know, it's a lot of stuff. It's political stuff. There are a lot of people working at it. Even the UFC is working at it. I spoke with UFC and they really work at it. So you know, it's a lot. I can't pretend that I'm gonna make it. You know, it might happen for the very near future, but just with my contribution, but no with only my dad.
Yeah. It's just, I'm from Europe, so I think that you are poised perfectly to become the biggest French star in the country at the moment, because the football team has a couple of interesting characters. The rugby team is not as good as it was a few years ago. Teddy Rene is pretty big because of judo, but I think that Francis Ngannou can become the next biggest thing in France as well.
Yes, I also think that Francis Ngannou can become some big thing in France and across the world. In Africa, basically, there are no African athletes in the UFC, and then African are still doing well at other sport, but it's still not combat sport. You know, so in the combat sport history, even in France, I am, I'm like the most. I'm the one active. I'm doing well so far.
But you and your coach have a tremendous relationship. I read an interview before when you walked into his gym. He was delighted that someone similar in stature to him, someone who is big, had come into the gym. How have you noticed the relationship between the two of yourselves develop in the last year?
He has the ups and downs, but at the end of the day, he helped us to know each other and become who we are today.
If he beats you, Stipe Miocic will become the most dominant heavyweight champion in UFC history. But your last couple of wins would suggest to a lot of people that you are the guy that is going to become the most dominant heavyweight in UFC history. Do you see yourself stopping him from breaking that record and then breaking it yourself in a couple of fights' time?
Yes, of course. I mean, I see myself break more than that. I'm seeing myself break that record, stop that record, and then put in place my record.
And one final thing, if you could just give us a guess, like an estimate, do you see, he was talking only a couple of days ago about maybe retiring as champion. As someone who came into the sport of mixed martial arts a little bit late, how well you've taken to it and how you're poised to become the champion this weekend, do you think that you can go down 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 title defences and retire as champion?
Yes, I do think that it's possible. I believe that, and I think that I have everything to do that, to become a champion and maybe retire as a champion.